Hi everyone, I'm Catherine. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, Catherine's Plates, where today I'm bringing you easy cake mix cookies 3 ways for the holidays. Now in my channel I have several different videos that have many variations of cake mix cookies. So I'll link them down below if you want to check them out in my description box. Alright, but today, the holidays, okay? Cookie exchanges, Christmas movie watching, tree trimming, you name it. Whatever you want to use your cookies for. Simple, easy, and delicious. We're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to show you how delicious, how easy, and how simple these are. Alright y'all, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification, and you'll always know when my shows are posted. Go grab you some cake mix boxes, and let's get started. Alright y'all, so the first cookie we're going to make is chocolate mint. Really good for the holidays. Now you're going to need 1 box of chocolate cake mix. Now I'm using a devil's food, or you can use dark chocolate or milk chocolate, whichever flavor you want to use, as long as this is about a 15.25 ounce size box. You're going to need 2 eggs, room temperature. You're going to need 1/2 cup of melted butter, and then you're going to need some kind of chocolate mints. Now I'm using these little Andes mints right here. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with these after the cookies come out of the oven. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. I went ahead and emptied out my cake mix into a large bowl. I'm going to add my 1/2 cup of melted butter and my 2 eggs. Alright, and then all we're going to do is mix this until it's all well combined. Now you can use an electric mixer, or you can use a stand mixer, or you can just do it by hand. And I'm just going to do it by hand because it's going to come together pretty quickly. Make sure you tell me down in the description box what your favorite cookies are. I have a whole list from you guys from the last cookie mix that I did. So my list is very long. Alright, I've got this all mixed. What I'm going to do is place this in my refrigerator for 1 hour to kind of firm up the dough here, and then we're going to come back and finish these off. Okay, so I've pulled my cookie dough out of the refrigerator. Take the plastic off. Now I've got my oven preheating at 350 degrees, and I've just placed some parchment paper on a baking pan here. Now you can use like a sill pad, or you can just kind of lightly spray it. I'm going to be using a 1-inch cookie scoop, and I'm just going to drag it through my cookie dough here. That's nice and firm. Go up the side, and then place it on my cookie sheet here. Now you want to leave about 2 inches in between each cookie ball, okay? This will yield about 30 cookies for the 1-inch scoop. Now if you want the bigger cookies, you can use a 2-inch scoop. But I want lots of cookies. Okay, I'm ready to place these in my oven that's been preheating at 350 degrees for about 7 to 9 minutes. You want to look for nice firm edges and a soft center. Alright, I'll be back, and then I'm going to show you how these Andes mints come into it. Alright, so what I found to work really good to get these Andes mints into the cookies is I break them into pieces and then just stab them into the cookies while they're still warm on the cookie tray there. Just like that. And you want to place them so that you can see that stripe mint right there. And you can have these pre-broken up. That way you can just go ahead and get them in there. Just like that. And now they're ready to come off of our tray. We're going to place them on our cooling rack. Just like that. And the warmth from the cookie is going to melt that chocolate just a little bit and firm it into the cookie. I've already had people pass by grabbing one of these, and they were delicious. Let me go ahead and try one for you. There we go. You can see all the little Andy mints in there. A solid cookie. Look at that. I'm going to break into it for you. Nice and cakey on the inside and still firm all along the edges on the outside of the cookie here. I love that mint flavor in there. That is so delicious, y'all. Okay, for our second cake mix cookie, I'm going to be making red velvet kisses. So you're going to need 1 box of red velvet cake mix, about 15.25 ounces. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of vanilla, half a cup of melted butter, 2 eggs, room temperature, and then we're going to use 1/3 cup of sugar, and that is to roll our cookies into. And then you're going to need some Hershey Kisses, whatever kind you want. I'm using the little hugs right here. They're white chocolate hugs with a little fudge inside, and then they got little stripes of chocolate around them. So we're going to use those. All right, let's go ahead and put these together. In a medium bowl, I just emptied out my cake mix. I'm going to add my half a cup of melted butter. All right, I've got 1 teaspoon of vanilla going in and 2 eggs. All right, we're just going to mix this all together until it's well incorporated. Look at that color. Red velvet's always a great color to use during the holidays. Got that really nice, pretty red. All right, I'm going to go ahead and scrape off of that. All right, so that we can firm up the dough, we're going to go ahead and cover this. I'm going to place it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to an hour, and that way the dough will firm up. Okay, so I've just pulled my dough out of the refrigerator. It's been in there for about 30, 40 minutes, I imagine. I'm going to take the plastic wrap off. Now you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. I'm going to be using a 1-inch cookie scoop, and I've got my plate of regular white sugar, and then you're going to want to have your baking pan ready to go. I've got some parchment paper on here. You can also use a seal mat, or you can just lightly spray. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this started by taking our 1-inch cookie scoop, going into our dough, pulling it up the side of it and scraping it off. We're going to place it into our clean hand. Just give it a light roll and then roll it into the sugar. And then you're just going to place it onto your cookie sheet. Now give these about 2 inches apart so that they can grow. All right, let's go ahead and finish these off. Alright, these are ready to go in my oven that's been preheating at 350 degrees for about 7 to 9 minutes. Check them around the 7-minute mark. And what we're looking for is a nice firm sides of these, and then also like a little firmness on the center, maybe a little soft. So I'll be back. Alright, so I got my first batch out of the oven here. I'm going to now place my little chocolate hugs right into the center of the cookie and push down. And then I'm going to do that for all of them here. All right, you want to make sure that you do these when the cookies are still hot and right out of the oven. And then once we get to the end of this, we're going to pull these cookies straight off of the pan here and put them on a cooling rack. All right, look at these red velvet kisses. Oh my gosh, y'all, they turned out so beautiful. Once they came out of the oven, we put the Hershey Kiss in the center and pushed it down, and then we let them cool completely on a wire rack. And when I mean cool completely, I mean that when you touch the tip of that Hershey Kiss, it's not moving, okay? If you want to stick these in the refrigerator to firm them up even faster, that's fine. All right, let's take a bite. Okay, look at that color. All the way around the cookie. Oh yeah. Alright, we're going to break in. It's nice and firm around the edges of the cookie. It's got that cake consistency. And then you saw that little ooey gooey from the Hershey Kiss. or the Hershey Hug, whichever one you want to call it. All right, let me try one for you. Okay, that's very delicious. It's got that chocolate flavor. Okay, it's got a cake consistency on the inside, and then it's nice and chewy and a little firm on the outside edges. Really delicious. All right, there you go. Red velvet kisses. Okay, for my third cookie, I am making Orange Creamsicle. Okay, this flavor orange seems to be really popular coming this season, so I wanted to make a cookie with that for you guys. We are going to be using one box of orange cake mix. Now this is about a 15.25 ounces, 2 eggs brought to room temperature, half a cup of melted butter, and then I'm going to be using about 2 cups of white chocolate chips. In a large bowl, I added my cake mix, the Orange Supreme. Y'all, this might become my favorite. It smells amazing. If you remember those creamsicles back in the day, oh my gosh, those frozen ones, I used to love those. Okay, so I emptied the package into a large bowl here. I'm going to go ahead now and add half a cup of melted butter, 2 eggs, and then we're going to go ahead and mix this all together. Now just remember, you can use like a hand mixer or your stand mixer, okay, and that's totally fine. It's just faster this way and less cleanup for me, especially since I'm making lots of cookies today. Once it starts really coming together, we're going to go ahead and add our 2 cups of white chocolate chips. There we go. Looked like a lot, didn't it? Oh, let me taste one of these. And that's what's going to give it that creamsicle flavor. Well, that's good. I can't wait to try these. Okay, well, I think we got a good mix on it. You know what I'm going to do with this dough? I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to an hour, and that way it will just kind of solidify it more and make it easier to cook on the pans. I'm going to go ahead now and cover this up, place it in my refrigerator for about 30 to 45 minutes, maybe up to an hour, just to kind of help solidify the dough. Got my dough out of the refrigerator. I'm just going to take the plastic wrapping off of it. Now I've got my oven preheating at 350 degrees. I'm just going to use a 1-inch cookie scoop to pull out my dough and place them on my lined baking sheets here. I'm using parchment paper, or you can use sill pads, or you can even just lightly spray your pans if you would like. All right. Now keep these about 2 inches apart so that they have room to grow. And then just take your scoop, go through the cookie dough, pull, and then just swipe off the side so you get an even little circle there. Just like that. Alright y'all, I'm ready to place these in my oven at 350 degrees for about 9 to 11 minutes. I'm looking for some nice crisp, kind of solid edges around the cookie, and then a nice soft pliable center. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, my orange creamsicles came out of the oven. I cooled them down completely, so I'm going to put them on a plate here. It made about, I think these made about 36 cookies. It made more because of all the chocolate chips that were put into the dough, so it expanded the dough more. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go in and try these. These smell amazing. That orange smell is all over the house. Oh yeah. So it thinned out, the cookie thinned out. The edges are nice and kind of crispy. And if you can see, the back side of the cookie is nice and golden brown. We're going to okay, so there we go. It looks like cake consistency on the inside. Now remember, this orange cake had white chocolate chips all mixed in, so we're going to go in and try this one. Oh my gosh, orange creamsicle. It is so delicious. There we go. Okay everyone, make sure you let me know down in the comment section which one was your favorite. Was it the chocolate mint? Was it the red velvet kiss? Or was it the orange dreamsicle? My very favorite one was the orange dreamsicle. Oh my gosh, it was so delicious, but they were all delicious. All right, y'all, thank you so much for coming to my show today. Comment down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you'll always know when my shows are posted. Okay, I will see you on my next episode.